Recently, I was asked the question, well, Jennifer, what's the difference between Google Drive and Google Docs? And I wanted to clarify what Google Drive is and how we can use the basic features it offers. If I'm looking at Google Drive, I want you to think of that as the main house. This is my home, okay? This is the Google Drive house. In your house, you have different rooms, and each of those rooms have a different purpose. So, for example, Google Docs is our word processor. When I go there, I'm looking to type form forms maybe for permission slips or letters home. I might be typing up worksheets or writing a paper. I might have students write in there. But this is our word processor. Google Sheets, if you're familiar with other spreadsheet programs such as Excel, it's very similar to that. Google Slides is a presentation program. So if you're comparing this to Microsoft that you might be familiar to, you could compare that to PowerPoint or Keynote on Apple. The Forms option, I actually have a video on that I just put out there. So if you're looking for more uses for Google Forms, be sure to check out that video. But Google Forms is more of a surveying or quiz type program. You can ask questions and get feedback and collect data through that room of our Google Drive. But I want to highlight on this Google Docs here quickly because I know that was a main concern and we were looking to get some more information on how to use that instead of Microsoft Office or Microsoft Word. So if I go over to my drive, I am going to create a new document. And how I do that is by clicking on this orange button here that says New. I'm going to go to Google Docs. If I was looking for other programs, there are many more apps here. If the one I wasn't looking for wasn't here, if I connect more apps, I can put more on my list. However, you're probably going to be using these the most. So going back to creating my Google Doc, I'm going to click on that. It will create a new window. And here I go. I can title my documents. And by titling my document, I can then search for it in my drive easily. Oops. And there we go. Now, this program has many of the same features other word processors have. I can change my font, can change the size of my font, can make my font centered or aligned to the right or to the left. I can add bullet points and numbers. If I simply click on that, it will give me those numbers. If I click the drop-down menu, it will give me a differentiated list. I can also add bullet points simply by clicking, or I can get different types and fancy bullet points. I can change the layout of the page by clicking on File, Page Setup. If I wanted it to be in landscape or a portrait, I can change my margins. So you're seeing a lot of this is similar to other word processors. It just might be in a different location if you're looking to change something. Another feature I know I like to use a lot in Google Docs is the table feature. So I can create a table with however many boxes I'd like. When I get to the end, if I want to add more, I just hit the tab button and it will continue to add more rows for me. Now I hope that was a really detailed but brief preview of Google Docs. I want you to remember that when we're looking at these programs, Google Docs is just a room inside of Google Drive. The same with Sheets, Slides, and Forms. If you're looking for information on the other pieces of Google Drive, check out some of the other videos.